I've been really on my own when I think about it. Yeah, my house is not a home when I think about it. I've been feeling so alone when I think about it. Yeah, nobody really got me when I think about it. I'm really on my own when I think about it.
Oh man, we back with some more South Park, man. We got top 10 most offensive South Park jokes ever. Now, man, if you guys want to support the channel, go ahead and subscribe and become a member of Patreon, man. So I'm posting all my uncensored reactions over there, all full reactions to South Park, Family Guy, Paradise PD, and anything else over on patreon.com/SimbaTv. Let's jump up in it.
That's really, really terrible, dude.
Welcome to Watch Mojo, and today we'll be taking a look at the 10 most offensive jokes on South Park.
It's wrong. It's wrong. It's wrong.
For this list, we'll be looking at jokes, portrayals, and running gags on South Park that went a little too far. Which South Park joke do you think was the most offensive? Let us know in the comments. Gingers. If there's a group of people that Cartman despises just as much as hippies and anyone who celebrates Judaism, it's anybody that has freckles and red hair.
Ginger kids are born with a disease which causes very light skin, red hair, and freckles. Ah, nasty, yuck! This disease is called gingivitis, and it occurs because ginger kids have no souls.
In addition to Cartman's constant bashing of them, the portrayal on the show was not so positive, frequently shown as being frail and somewhat creepy.
It's not true they have no souls.
No, I'm sure they do.
The episode
Bruh, I love South Park so much because they're like one of the only TV shows that came into the game not giving a F, you feel me? And is still not caring. Like, there is no F's given whatsoever. And I love it.
Gingers even inspired Kick a Ginger Day, a holiday high schoolers created so that they have a reason to physically torment students with red hair. The most offensive moment on the show may have been Cartman being distraught not because he realized he murdered his own father, but that he in fact had red hair.
I mean, obviously I take after my mom, but I have the ginger gene inside of me.
Dude, you killed your own dad, and you're worried about that?
Special Olympics.
It won't be easy, but nothing worth having ever is.
Cartman pretending to have a disability in order to compete at the Special Olympics will go down as one of the most despicable things he's ever done. He goes so far as to adopt what he believes are their mannerisms and even wears a disguise. It's all super wrong and shows a complete lack of respect on his part.
God damn you.
The worst part may have been having his mom vouch for him when they register for the event, which doesn't go too well.
I'm not sure. Sweetie, what is your condition?
Fortunately, his plan completely backfires, and he struggles in all of the events and comes in last place.
God damn it!
Steve Irwin.
Hey, Satan, you got a little problem. What?
At his Halloween party, Satan confronts someone who he believes to be wearing a Steve Irwin costume. But the man reveals himself to actually be Steve Irwin.
Oh, but then dude, no costume. Sorry, you gotta go.
Realizing that he's not actually wearing a Halloween costume, Satan promptly gets him kicked out. This brief exchange could be seen as problematic for so many reasons. The way the character is drawn, and the facts that he's in hell. Irwin's wife, Terry, was reportedly very upset by the portrayal. The most ironic thing about this joke was that Satan and everyone at the party thought the idea of someone dressing up as Steve Irwin was offensive, which it very much was. But that point gets lost in true South Park fashion. Japan.
The time has come. We will take Pearl Harbor.
The Japanese were definitely not happy with this one. In the Season 2 episode Chin Pokemon, the Japanese are portrayed as hungry warmongers set on taking over the United States. Through Chin Pokemon, an obvious parody of Pokemon, they hope to brainwash children in America to join their cause.
The evil power is The United States government!
The mannerisms and over-the-top accents of the Japanese on the show can most certainly draw the ire of certain viewers. But the worst part was when, on multiple occasions, they claimed to have small genitalia in an attempt to fool the American characters.
So smooth.
And this wouldn't be the last time the show took shots at the Japanese.
No! This is racial stereotype!
China. The creators of South Park have never shied away from taking digs at China, and this is on full display in Season 12's The China Problem. Fearing that the country of China will invade the United States, Cartman decides to take matters into his own hands. How, might you ask? By pretending to be Chinese and infiltrating a local P.F. Chang's.
Here, let me cheat him. And just say hello and please a lot.
The way Cartman dresses and pretends to be Chinese is just super offensive, and it's hard to see how this would fly today. The joke, which was just as, if not more offensive in the episode, was portraying Steven Spielberg and George Lucas explicitly doing away with Indiana Jones, a metaphor to show what the creators believe the two filmmakers have done to the film franchise with the release of Kingdom of the Crystal Skull.
No, what are you gonna do to him?
People who annoy you.
Category is people who annoy you.
With apologies to Jesse Jackson was a critically acclaimed episode, being praised for its moral compass and exploration of the significance behind the use of the N-word in society. However, the inciting incident and joke that gets the episode's plot rolling is just about as brutal as it gets.
I know it, but I don't think I should say it.
While this is not the joke's ultimate punchline, Randy's use of the word and the joke itself is still very much offensive. It strikes a nerve with everyone in town, and he ultimately becomes alienated. Randy's mishap is just straight up awful and as big of a fail as it gets.
I can't believe you said the N-word on national television.
What? Well, what was I supposed to do, Sharon? I thought I was gonna make $30,000.
Rich people. Season 5's Here Comes the Neighborhood sees affluent, rich African Americans move to the city of South Park. One of the episode's two central plots centers on several residents who are not happy about this, and so they take several measures to steer them away from the town.
Time to leave?
T is for time to leave, Cash Chucker.
While they state that they don't like them because they are rich, it's hard to see it that way, and we can't help but see a very dark double entendre.
Seems like all of a sudden South Park is being overrun by those types. Hey.
Boy! He said by those types, those people. Oh man, this is why I love South Park, man. They're just not afraid to take it there. You know, they're not afraid to have you go one way and then they go completely left. They're like, nah, we wasn't doing that. You were doing that. You're the sick one because you was doing it. Like, you was thinking it. Like,
Hey, what are you saying? What types? You know, those types. Rich people. Oh.
Add in the fact that the town dresses up as ghosts to scare them away, and then it all begins to feel so wrong.
If we can't chase the Richards out, we'll spook them out.
Yeah! By the episode—
wait a minute, did this man just say we can't chase the Richards?
And then it all begins to feel so wrong.
If we can't chase the Richards out, we'll spook them.
We'll spook them out? Hey, South Park needs to relax. Relax.
Out.
Bro.
By the episode's end, Garrison reveals that he in fact did all this for the worst reason possible. Cartman shoots Tolkien.
Inside the red line is, that's my ground. He was on it.
The World War Zimmerman episode from season 17 somehow finds a way to combine and parody both World War Z and the Trayvon Martin incident together in one wild and zany episode. Near the end, Cartman confronts Tolkien, and while it initially seems like he wants to make amends, he instead proceeds to shoot him. While the joke and the episode itself serve to highlight the unfairness and hypocrisy of the justice system, considering the controversy surrounding the death of Trayvon Martin and police violence toward African Americans, the joke can be deemed as somewhat insensitive.
You're having nightmares about the ending to World War Z again?
Yeah, so bad.
That's what's bothering you? Not the fact that you're a murderer?
Jury found me innocent, Cal.
The worst costume and fan club ever. Cartman dressed up as the German dictator Hitler not once, but twice.
Where'd you get that? My mom made it. Isn't it cool? No, it's not cool!
The first time, Principal Victoria tries to fix this by giving him a ghost costume. And we all know what that usually ends up looking like instead in South Park.
And let me just make a few quickie alterations and there you go, young man.
The second time, although not donning the mustache, he wears the costume again when leading the Mel Gibson Fan Club. The clueless members who join the group are oblivious to Cartman's true intentions and simply follow along.
Oh, this is fun!
The joke was clearly intended to show the naivety of these individuals, but it was offensive nonetheless. And if that wasn't bad enough, they never actually realized what they were doing, as they only begin to suspect how problematic the club really is after seeing how bonkers Mel Gibson is in person.
No, come on, people. We're so close to completing my final solution.
Before we unveil our top pick, here are a few honorable, or in this case, dishonorable mentions. Bass guitar. Tolkien certainly didn't appreciate being naturally gifted at playing bass.
God damn it.
Tunnel of Prejudice. Even after hearing the worst insults possible, Cartman enjoys it all.
I want to ride again. I want to ride again.
Muhammad. Even if they only used him to comment on censorship, the mere mention of this prophet had thousands outraged.
Stanley, Muhammad is sacred to the Muslim people. Ever since those cartoons in Denmark, the rules have changed. Nobody shows an image of Muhammad anymore.
Syrian refugees. Offensive or an accurate portrayal of a certain former president? You decide.
See, what I know is that there's only one way to deal with Syrian refugees, and that is...
abortion. Garrison's take on abortion is about as insensitive as it gets.
Now, you're gonna scramble its brains or just vacuum it out? If you want, you can just scramble it and I'll queef it out myself.
Before we continue, be sure to subscribe to our channel and ring the bell to get notified about our latest videos. You have the option to be notified for occasional videos or all of them. If you're on your phone, make sure you go into your settings and switch on notifications. Canada. Where to begin? South Park has taken shots at Canadians time and time again in several episodes.
I'm not your buddy, friend. He's not your friend, guy. I'm not your guy, buddy.
The South Park movie's central plot even focuses on a conflict between the United States and the neighboring country.
With all the hockey hullabaloo!
On the show, Canadians are portrayed as goofy characters with a supposed heavy stereotypical Canadian accent.
Hey, how did a U.S. citizen get past my wall?
Throughout the series, everything from their politics and weddings is shown as either abnormal and strange.
Princess now in some kind of isometric cube. This is certainly breaking with tradition now.
The show's portrayal of the country and its inhabitants is one of the longest running gags on the show, and it is anything but flattering to say the least.
Nah, man. South Park is crazy, man. I love South Park. I hope they never change. If you guys like this video, go ahead and hit that thumbs up button for me. Thank you guys for commenting, sharing, and subscribing. And I'll see you guys next time. Peace.